Welcome in to the Front Yard Fantasy Game Show. I'm JL, the always host, never not the host, joined by my good friend Joey. And we got our very good friend in the industry joining us today to play some poll perception, Julia Papworth. Julia, how you doing today?
I'm so good. How are you guys?
Oh, so good. It's the draft.
Happy draft day.
Absolutely. I'm glad the writer's strike is done. I'm glad you're done recording so you can get on here with us.
Absolutely. I'm so happy to be here.
What's the next strike you're going to join, Julia?
Well, actually, the Teamsters are probably going to strike. That's going to be in June. But they should probably, I feel like they'll strike for maybe like a week or two because you can't do anything without people driving. So,
True.
Yeah, there we go.
Keep that in mind, Joey.
Yeah.
If you aren't already following Julia, make sure you go follow her at Julia Papworth right there under her name, under her face. It is her name right next to her name. I got it. I'm always the host. I never make mistakes. That's how it works. And we got some people in the chat. We got Craig in here said, happy NFL draft, Miss Friends. Today's guest making her 8th FYF appearance and 4th game appearance. She has 2-1 overall games with all 3 of those prior games being fantasy fortune.
Wow. Okay.
Wow. Okay. Good to know. It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love the stats. A lot of good stats in there. How did she do? Have you done poll perception before, Julia?
I'm not going to lie to you. I thought it was the video game I played when I was like 12. Isn't that what that was?
Yep. It's the same thing.
Okay. Totally the same thing. Okay. There was a video game called Poll Perception. I'm so much older than you guys.
Was there?
Did we accidentally rip an old video game?
I'm 91% sure there was a game called Poll Perception. Can somebody send anyone?
We've got a lot of nerds in the chat. Yeah, they'll get it for us.
Tell us.
I mean nerd in like the most endearing way, by the way, chat.
He means it in the most insulting way that he could possibly.
I'm better than you and you know it.
You know it. Speaking of the ungrateful chat, we got Andrew in here. Said happy Thursday, everyone.
What's up, Andrew?
You're welcome. And we got Dame here. Said huzzah. Love huzzah. Just using huzzah. What up, Dame? Welcome in. And we got Scampers in here. Said happy today, FYF fam, Julia.
That wasn't a game. It
Lots
was
of words there.
Pole position. That's it. Pole position.
Pole position.
Sorry.
Close.
It was the alliteration that got me. I'm not crazy. I knew there was something. Okay.
We got Simon in the chat. Said, I'm on team chat today. Hashtag sick boy.
Sick boy.
Well, there you have it.
I called him.
You called him?
Yeah, I called him and he picked up the phone, but of course, before saying hello, he had to make sure I knew he was sick. And he goes, like the fakest cough I've ever heard, ever.
Hello. I'm in Grunewald. Yeah. We're not falling for that one. We're not falling for that one. Thank you. We got Josh Fuser in the chat. Said, yo. What up, Josh?
Josh.
Welcome in, my friend. I know you're ready for the draft today. Julia, who do you think the Ravens are taking in the draft today?
That's a great question. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm really more concerned about the Cardinals. So I've been dealing with. Well, I showed this to Joey. Let's see if it'll get it. There we go. Let's get that. There we go. That's all we just need to remember. Marvin Harrison Jr. No matter what. So once we get past 4, if Monty stays at 4, then I can relax and think about all the other teams. But we're really just got to get Marv, and then we'll be okay.
Where do you think they're going to go, Joey?
I was talking to Julia. The Cardinals are going to go Marvin Harrison Jr.
God, yeah.
If he's there. And there was a rumor this morning. I don't know if it's going to happen, but the Colts want to trade up to try to get Marvin Harrison Jr. They had Marvin Harrison Sr. on their team, his father. It would be a cool story. New England is the team I think they would have to trade with because I think Arizona is locked into taking Marvin Harrison Jr. So I think that's what's going to happen. But, it's draft night. Anything could happen. There could be some cool trades. So I'm excited for it, though, for sure.
I think there's going to be a lot of trades. I think there's going to be a lot of JJ McCarthy drama, which of course
he seems to be
he's the new hotness. Is he the Will Levis of this year? That's the question.
Little Mayo boy.
Do you mean like falling into the second round and nobody saw it coming? Because
remember how there was all that talk right before the draft, and they're like, Will Levis is going to be the second quarterback off the board, and blah blah blah, and then it's just like, So
I do think there are more quarterback needy teams this year, though. So I think JJ will go in the first round, as well as maybe Penix and Bo Nix. We could have 5 quarterbacks go in the first round.
Spicy. I think wasn't the latest over under like 4.5? I think it might have been. I don't remember what that was. Yeah.
4.5 QBs in the first round.
Yeah.
I believe that was on FanDuel Sportsbook. That was still negative money yesterday. It was like minus 110 for 4.5. Yeah. So
are there any draft bets that you guys are stood out to you that you are putting money down on?
I put money down yesterday on Brock Bowers to go to the Colts or Bengals, and I don't like that anymore.
I don't love that. I
did yesterday, but not today.
Interesting. I think he's going to be a Charger.
I'll take it. I just don't want to go to the Jets. Like, take offensive line Jets.
Yeah, sorry, he's gonna. I think he's gonna. Yeah, I can see if the Cardinals do take my to the MLB. That's funny. Scampers thinks the Rams are gonna move. Scampers, the Rams don't draft anyone in the first round. That's like
Scampers saying Arizona moved back with hopes to move back up to take Marvin Harrison Jr., but Rams move up and snag him, the
Rams are living their best life in that Huntington Beach like draft house that they've rented, and they are not even coming to work until the second round. They don't do that.
We're not going.
This is Sean McVay's first round pick he's ever had, right? This year,
he doesn't know what to do with it. He's not going to use it.
He's going to mess it up. He's going to get in his head. He's going to mess it up.
I know. Oh my God. That's so funny.
All right. Well, today, Julia, we brought you on to play a little bit of poll perception, not pole position, commonly mistaken as. Very similar games, but very different.
Mm-hmm.
Poll perception. If you haven't watched us play this before, you'll pick it up. You'll pick it up. The rules aren't that hard. It's a guessing game. It's a line setting game. And so I went and found 7 polls online from the community. I'm going to present these polls to the contestants. They're going to take turns setting the line on where they think the public guessed on option A of that poll. Okay. They're going to get points depending on how close they are to that guess. And then their opponent will be guessing either over or under what they think the actual percentage was that they voted on. And if they correctly guess the over under, they're going to get points. So it's real easy. You're just trying to figure out what the public thinks and how they're going to vote on this internet poll.
Okay.
So it could be anything, really.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So we are going to start out. Julia, you will be going first in this one. Let me get the scoreboard up real quick. We got Joey in here. We got Julia. I'll throw that on the bottom.
While you're doing that, I'm going to throw some up real quick, Joe.
Yeah.
Josh saying, look, I think Jaden probably goes number 2, but I'm willing to take May going 2 at plus 550 odds. I don't hate it at all, Josh. It's going to be one of those 2 guys at second overall. And, if somebody likes Drake May enough, they might jump up to number 2. So I like that you said to the Commanders, because I think a team might try to jump up to get Drake May.
I'm just excited for all the NSYNC memes that will happen.
It's going to be May.
Yeah.
I've got it in my drafts. As Julia or so and sing. It's already in the drafts. Ready to go.
What did you call me the other day? Your fantasy wife?
Yeah, I called her my fantasy wife. And my real wife said, that's about right.
Your real life wife's like, she's about to be the only one.
It's like somebody else has got to help pull some of this weight around here.
Oh my God. Okay.
All right, Julia, your first poll here. All right, so you're going to tell me what percentage of people you think chose side A of this poll. Here's the poll. Which QB do you think is most likely to fall out of the top 5? Jaden Daniels, Drake May, or JJ McCarthy? You're guessing what percentage of the public chose Jaden Daniels in this poll?
Can I ask a question? Is this from like people who are educated in this industry, or is this just like
I can't say.
Like found out at like the Walmart down the street or something?
I would assume just a normal distribution of the smarties and the dummies.
Yeah, it's Twitter. So
So I say what? I'm sorry. Say it one more time.
So you're guessing what percentage of the public chose side A in this poll, Jaden Daniels? And so you just have to give me a percentage guess.
A percentage for each of these 3 people.
Just
Jaden Daniels.
Just Jaden Daniels. Yep.
I'm gonna say 9%.
9%. Locking that in?
Sure. Locked in.
All right. Julia's locking in. 9% of people chose Jaden Daniels in this poll. Joey, you think the actual percentage is over or under Julia's guess of 9%?
I think Julie's going to give him some points here because that's a really good guess. I do think it's under 10%. I think it's actually going to be under 9 though. Slightly under. I can't see Jaden Daniels slipping out of the top 5. I truly can't. I could see Drake May, JJ McCarthy. That's a 50-50 bet if he's not going to be in the top 5 or not. So I think McCarthy's going to win this hands down, get at least 75% of the vote, and then Drake May might. Yeah, so I'm going to say under. But man, that's a good guess.
All right, Joey, taking the under. Julie's guessing 9.
Did I set a good line?
Could have. We got some people in the chat. We'll see if the chat agrees with you, Julia. We got 6% from Uneasy Allies, 9% from Josh is just commenting on yours. 9%, so good. 3% from Mauricio. What up, Mauricio? By the way, I meant to say hi to Mauricio earlier, but then Joey distracted me. So blame it on Joey. 3% from Mauricio. We got 7% from Simon, 8% from Craig and Dame. Josh guessing 10%, and Scampers with 4%. So that's all within that range. Yeah. I think you said a good line there, Julia.
Yeah, very good line, Julia.
Thank you.
All right, Julia, you said 9% of people chose Jaden Daniels in this poll. Yeah. Joey, you guessed the under. The correct answer is 4%.
Wow.
That's good guess. Good guess.
Hold on. If it's 4%, what percentage of people said JJ McCarthy? Like 90. What?
91. I like that guess. It was. I'll give you the breakdown here. So Jaden Daniels got 4% of the vote. Drake May got 30%. 30%.
Ooh, wow. Okay.
Okay.
And then JJ got the rest, which is 66.
Okay. So I wouldn't have put Drake May at such a high number. Would you have, Joey? I don't think.
No, not at 30. I would have put him at like, if knowing that Jaden Daniels got 10, I would have said like, or Jaden Daniels got 4. I would have said 10 to 15.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
All right. Fair.
All right, Julie, you were 5 percentage points away, which means you were going to get 3 points for this round.
I'll take that.
Mm-hmm.
And Joey, you correctly guessed the over/under, which is going to give you 2 points, my guy.
Mm-hmm. I got 2. Simon had a question for us.
What
kind of wife am I to you, Joey? Simon, you're not my wife. You are my mistress.
I'm sorry. Is that a photo of Simon?
Yeah.
That doesn't even look like him. That's not the Simon I know.
Oh, that's the Simon I know.
Yeah.
That's the one I've known from when I met him. Sort of. It's a little later than when I met him, I think.
That's putting pizzas into bushes, Simon, isn't it? Is around that time frame?
Yeah, it's definitely closer to Bush Pizza Simon than it is current Pizza Simon. Sorry. All right, so Julia, you got 3 points on that one. Joey, you got 2. Bringing this to a close game. I guess it started out pretty close, 0-0.
The closest.
As close as it can be. All right, gonna add this.
Geek in here saying, joining a little late. Apologies, FYI fam. Hyped for the draft tonight. We're hyped to see you in here, Geek.
Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. All right, what's the chat got for us? What did the chat think about that guess?
The chat was all pretty close on that. Josh saying that's good to be within 5. Lots of comments on Julia's biceps, which we are not going to put up on the screen. Listen, I'll be the one that fell on the sword for everyone with making inappropriate comments to Julia on this show. So let's all be appropriate, everyone. We're all mature here, except for Julia.
I don't know it.
You know what though, Matt Weber? I only had 9 reps at the combine for the
9 reps. Pretty good.
Yeah.
No, 9 reps is commendable. I feel like, and Josh bringing up the biceps, throwback to the first time Julia was on the show, and just absolutely just went toe to toe with Josh. They were just going back and forth on Fantasy Fortune.
Oh, I remember that. It was
such a good game.
My favorite quote was, I don't remember what Josh said, but Julia goes, "Oh, that's cute. Oh."
Was that when I won with Zach Wilson? That might have been when I won.
I believe so.
Yeah.
The only time I can ever say that phrase when I won with Zach Wilson.
Josh does not cower to anyone. It's rarely ever saw it on the show, and it was the one time I saw Josh go like that a little bit. It was great.
He tries it with every guest. Every guest he come on and try to bait them into this little like, oh, you ready to lose? And Julia just didn't miss a beat and was just like, you ready to die?
Oh my God.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Good stuff. All right, let's get into our next poll here. Take that one down. All right, Joey, this one's yours. You're setting the line. You ready?
Before my question, Scampers. First sighting we saw driving up to the National Football Hall of Fame was Julia Hansen walking on the practice field. That's a real thing that probably happened.
It was. I have a video, and I remember I had to set it up because I had you have to answer one. Oh God, yeah, 100%. That was true, and I'm sure he knew it was me, right? From afar, you're like, who the hell is that?
Is that Des Bryant?
Is that Des Bryant doing a handstand? Impressive. All right, Joey. Here is your first poll.
Let's go.
Who was the worst quarterback pick of the 2021 draft? Zach Wilson, Trey Lance, Justin Fields, or Mac Jones? What percentage of the public chose Zach Wilson in this poll?
This is a tough poll because I don't think Justin Fields is going to get much votes here because I don't think that was a bad QB pick. I do think he's getting another chance in Pittsburgh. Mac Jones now in Jacksonville. The jury's it's not even out on Trey Lance. It's done. Zach Wilson, I'm going to say 37%.
37%. Locking that
in? Yeah. I feel good about that. 37.
Okay. So
hold on, Julie. Let me get this down so I don't forget it. So Joey locking in 37% of where I lost that guy. Here he is on Zach Wilson. 35% of people guessed Zach Wilson. Julie, you think the actual percentage is over or under Joey's guess of 37%?
It so depends the people you're asking. Like if your people are all in California, especially Northern California, you're going to get like 92% Trey Lance. But I think, first of all, the correct answer is Zach Wilson. So that is that. What'd you say? 37?
37, yep.
I'm going to go over just because maybe like people are reminded because he's been in the news a little bit. They'll remember his name. Some people might just be like, who's Mac Jones? Like, again, if you're asking like a guy at the local Circle K, he might not know who that is. I don't know. I really feel like I'm digging into this and pulling this apart.
No.
People may have just forgotten that Trey Lance is still in the league, which is sad. Yeah, I'm going to go over for Zach Wilson.
Is Trey Lance still in the league?
It's a good line. I could see
Cowboys.
Yeah, he's like the third string on the Cowboys.
Yeah,
and I forgot today that Mac Jones was traded to Jacksonville until someone reminded me. So there's that.
Jail, I'm just going to go out and say it. I think this is the hardest poll I've ever had to pick apart.
It's hard.
Because there's so many different avenues. Like Zach Wilson, truthfully, I guess Zach Wilson and Justin Fields are the only two that I feel like actually have a legitimate shot of being a job of being a starter again in the league. Trey Lance, I think, is a backup. Mac Jones, I think, is a backup. But I think Zach Wilson, man, this is a tough poll, Jail. Good job polling this one.
Thank you. All right, Joey.
Somebody was saying on some podcast, they were talking about if we see Zach Wilson play in Denver, like how far that ball could sail just in like the mile of highway, like up there, and people going, where is it going?
I can't find it.
I lost it in the sun. Yeah.
All right, we got some guesses in the chat. We got 30 from Craig. We got 71 from Matt, 54% from Josh, 35 from Uneasy Allies, 47 from Ladarius. What up, Ladarius? We got 44 from Scamps, 43 from Geek. Similar minds think similar. Dame with 55, and that is all I can find in there.
Oof, okay.
Kind of all over the place.
Yeah, it's a good poll.
This is a hard one. It's a good poll.
This is a tough one. All right, who's the worst QB pick from the 2021 NFL Draft? The options were Zach Wilson, Trey Lance, Justin Fields, or Mac Jones. Joey, you guessed 37% of people chose the Zach Wilson side of this. Julia, you thought the actual percentage is over 37%. The actual percentage of people who chose Zach Wilson was 35%.
Oh, no.
Absolutely
Perfect.
brutal play by Joey here.
Tell
Well
me,
done.
you have to tell what were the numbers? What were the breakdown?
Oh, I'll give you the breakdown momentarily. Joey, you got the
Nice, Joey. Good job.
you were
Thank you.
two percentage points away. It's going to give you 5 points here.
job.
And you kept Julia from getting any points on this round, which could come strategically into play. The breakdown was we had Zach Wilson with 35%, Trey Lance with 51%. The highest.
Wow.
Definitely a West Coast poll. West
Coast Bowl. Let's go. Justin Fields had 2%.
Yeah.
And Mac Jones had 12%.
Yeah. Okay.
Really?
People forget he's around.
I would like to put this poll up. But Mac Jones went later than Trey Lance, so that might be. Or did because Zach Wilson went second overall. And Matt brought up really something important, I thought. Draft spot is so crucial. Like, is it a bad pick because the Jets used the second overall pick on Zach Wilson? I think that does play into it to make it a bad pick.
There was so much talk about Trey Lance too, and like he was just such a big, like he could have been a game changer. And Mac Jones was just like, "Hey guys, so there's never anything like, I'm just here.
I'm just here. I'm just playing under Papa Bill, and I'm just gonna be okay." Yeah, Mac Jones, man. You think Mac Jones will bounce back ever?
No, I think he is going to love his life as a backup quarterback. He's going to lean into it, and he's gonna like love it. He'll be like, "No one's running at me. I don't have to fall down. Like, I support you, Trevor Lawrence." I think he might lean into it.
The Blue Mountain State philosophy. Just I'm cool as a backup. The Nick Foles.
Dude, that's kind of the best. You get paid decently.
I'm with you. I mean, we got Simon in here said 3-5 and straight vibing. Thanks.
It's like the old days up in here. 3-5 straight vibing. Josh is here. Uneasy Allies.
Uneasy Allies. Nailed it. Perfectly on. That means Josh has to take a shot, I think. I think that's how it used to work.
Matt bringing some more fire for us. Sorry. Jalen Waddle, Bradley Chubb, Tyreek were all a part of that Trey Lance compensation.
Yep.
Well done, Matt.
That's
we lost JL.
Oh, it's okay. We got it.
We got it. Yeah. So what do you want to talk about, Julie?
I don't know.
Every time you come on the show, and be honest with you, I have a little spite in my mind because I see the FSU in the background, but it's not Florida State. For anyone that's tuning in for the first time, it's not Florida State.
No, it's not.
So you don't have to worry about that.
It's Ferris State. Yeah. No, just Ferris State. I finished a Dynasty startup draft a couple days ago. Got some new people at the gym into that. Got my husband into that.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's fun.
So what does your husband think about you being a fantasy analyst? What's the breakdown on that? Does it?
He loves it because he always says, he's like, more about the players and the stories and whatever, all that. And he's like, I know like plays and like the nitty gritty part of football. And he's like, but you know everything. People ask me stuff. And he's like, I don't know, just ask my wife. So I love that about him. Yeah, it's great. It's great because he'll sit there and he'll pause the TV and he'll go out with his little he's got like one of those light up laser things that he uses at work. And he'll the thing and he'll be like, see, I was going to sleep over. And yeah. So he loves that stuff.
Yo, he's laser pointing NFL games. That I gotta take the play out of his playbook and start doing that.
Loves it. Yeah, he loves it.
Listen up, hurry up, pay attention. All right, what we got here?
That's exactly what he does, and he'll be like, "Oh, that lineman was so slow off that. No, he's got to get over there." Yeah.
You see that angle he took? Yeah, way too wide. Way too wide.
And then one of the guys in my Dynasty league, he played for Oregon a few years ago. He's running back for Oregon on one of their leadership game.
Is it LeGarrette Blunt? Is that your workout partner?
Yeah, it's LeGarrette Blunt. Okay. No, but he's the same. At work, he's like my football husband, and I'll be so same thing. He'll be talking to me about the plays and everything. So it's fun.
That's cool. Yeah. Josh has got a Dynasty question for us. 12-team trade. AJ Brown or Brandon Ayuk plus a 2025 first. Man. Jail, where are you going on that?
This is, I mean, AJ Brown is AJ Brown is definitely the best asset here. Brandon Ayuk isn't going to be as valuable as AJ Brown. So this really comes down to like, is a 2025 first going to be enough to bridge that gap?
What if I told you Brandon Ayuk was traded to the Buffalo Bills tonight?
Ooh.
Think about that.
I think that actually might hurt, or at least it adds a wrinkle into the trade to where I'm a little bit worried, because I think I'd rather have Ayuk in San Francisco than in Buffalo.
Really interesting.
Oh, excellent.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I think there's going to be I think Ayuk and Higgins are going to be the two names that are thrown around tonight, and it's like Ayuk can go so many places, right? He could go somewhere and be like the main guy, or he stays in San Francisco. Maybe they draft another wide receiver, and then you go, oh God, what's going to happen here? So it's like his value could go so many different places tonight. Yeah.
Which is my hope is this isn't an exploiting. Yeah.
Go ahead, Joey.
I was saying, my hope is it's not an exploiting trade offer where, Josh, you can wait till tomorrow morning, because the 49ers could also take a wide receiver in the draft. Exactly. And that's another wrinkle so if that happens, well, then I'd definitely rather have AJ Brown. That 2025 first, though, I love having first. They become so valuable at different points of the year. So
he does. He's not lying. He does love having a first. Yeah.
2025 is not till next season, though.
It's a long time away. It is.
That's right on the calendar. Yeah, the math checks out.
Yeah, the math checks out.
It is next year.
All right, enough calendar talk. Let's get into our next poll here. For some reason, that poll wants to stay up. That question wants to stay up so bad.
I keep clicking it at the same time you do.
Josh wants us to answer again. All right.
There we go.
Julia, we're back to you.
It's still Zach Wilson. Okay.
Still Zach Wilson. All right, Julia, here is your next poll here. All right, here it is. How would you rate Kyle Pitts' career to date? A, exceeded expectations. B, met expectations. Or C, missed expectations. What percentage of the public chose exceeded expectations?
This all depends if he was on your dynasty team. Okay, and this all depends if you blew a fucking early round. So just commiserating for a friend. How many people picked exceeded expectations? 7%.
7%. You locking that in?
I think 7% of people say he exceeded their expectations.
All right. 7% of people exceeded.
I like Simon's answer, though. Negative 45,000 people. He obviously drafted Kyle.
Jail, what's the score?
The score is at the bottom of the screen, 7-3.
Oh, that's what that's down there for? Okay.
I don't remember how I get points. So I have to be within how much?
You have to be, so if you are within 3 percentage points, then you will get 5. If you're within 5 percentage points, you'll get 3. And if you're within 10, wait, no, I messed this up.
Within Joe, 3 is 5, within 5 is 3, and then within 10 is 1.
Within 10, I thought it was within 15 is 1.
Then 15 is 1.
Oh no.
Now we're all confused.
Simon, you're in the chat. Tell us the rules of this game.
What's this? Tell us how to play the game, Simon. What are you doing?
This to win. He needs to.
Here's what I'm asking about the points. I think Julia's guess is phenomenal. It's 7. And I am thinking of Queen being this one.
Okay.
What does that mean?
That means I think. Go ahead, Joe.
He can take Queen B, which basically means he thinks you were exactly right. You were spot on with your guess of 7%. And if he is correct there, then, let me back up. If you get it exactly right, Julia, on your guess, you get 10 points. If Joey Queen B's that guess, then he'll also get 10 points.
Okay. There's so many caveats to this game that I'm learning as we play it.
Yeah.
In hindsight, I should have said the rules at the beginning of the game.
It's fine. It's fine.
7. Okay. I don't think he's exceeded expectations. I really don't. I think 3% of Falcons fans will come in there and root for their guy. So that gives 3. Now, do 4% of people think? I don't know. I'm going to say
Oh, I should have 5 points. Oh, yeah. Don't make your guess, Joey, because I think it should have 5 points.
I'm gonna say over.
Oh, God. You're gonna say over.
Yeah, I don't feel good about it though.
Locking that in.
Does it hold on? Does it make a difference, Joey? Because I think I should have 5 points, and if my points are different,
I won't. No, okay. I was just trying to increase the amount of time between the questions so that we have about 10 minutes per question.
Okay. 10 minutes per question. That is correct, Jocelyn. You're coming in and saying that Julia should have 5, which I think is correct because you guessed 9% on the first one, and the correct answer was within 5, which would have given you 5.
Okay. Yeah, we were 2 away, so she should be 2 away from me because.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right, there we go. Now it's updated. All right.
I'll go over.
7% guess from Julia and an over guess from Joey, and we got some guesses in the chat. We got negative 45,000% from Simon.
Mm-hmm.
Not how percentages work. 2% from Scampers, 10% from Craig. We got a 0.99% from Dane, 1%. And Matt with 15%, and 11% from Ladarius. So this hurts my head as our resident Falcons fan.
Yeah.
And Geek in here with 11%. What a low number. Yeses. All right. How would you rate Kyle Pitts' career to date? Exceeded expectations, met expectations, or missed expectations? Julia, you said 7% of people chose exceeded expectations. And Joey, you took the over on that. Well, the actual percentage of people who chose Kyle Pitts are happy with Kyle Pitts and his decisions are 0.99%, 1%.
You're lying.
Wow.
1%.
Such a sad, like, wow.
I mean,
yeah. Julie, you were within 10 percentage points with your guess, which means you were going to get 3 points.
Okay, so then let's go ahead and turn that into a conversation. He's going to get better, right? With Kirk?
Oh,
Cousins?
yes. Yeah. He has to.
Yeah, exactly. He has to, right? He has to.
Yeah, you said a really good line here. Like, I'm really mad at myself because, like, I felt like it was single digits, but it's like these all can't be so low. But
yeah, I fully expect Kyle Pitts to improve on where he's been, and mainly even if you don't believe in the competency of the Falcons coaching administration currently, even if you don't have faith in them, the moves they're making suggest that they're going to pass more. Going and get Kirk Cousins, it's unlikely you do that if your plan is to, Kevin Stefanski just run and gun the whole time. I think it's likely we're gonna see Atlanta's pass attempts go up because Kirk Cousins is like so consistently boring that he's gonna have his like close like 4,000-ish passing attempts on the season. Maybe a little less this year. Maybe he takes a little hit, but I can't imagine that he's gonna be like relying on the run game fully.
I think part of the problem with the Falcons is there was a culture problem there. Like Arthur Smith thing, people were upset about it. And as a Bucs fan, I've had Raheem Morris as our head coach. Players love him. And getting the offensive coordinator to come over with him from the Rams is only going to be great for this Falcons team. I hate it as a Bucs fan, but I think Falcons are going to be really good. I think Ladarius and I are going to have lots of heated conversations this season about our teams. So I think it's good for them. And Kyle Pitts is going to be a big part of that.
I think there are 2 teams that can really, really bounce back really well this season. One of them is the Cardinals, fingers crossed. And then I think the other one is Atlanta. I mean, that's the thing. Like you're just setting it up. If you can't do it with what they're setting up, then you can't do it. So there's a lot of Colts out there, so he should be fine.
How do you think the Falcons, how do you think they navigate or approach tonight's draft?
Where are they at? They're at 8. They're gonna every mock is it's the same guy that every mock is putting what's his name?
Dallas Turner.
That's it. Thank you. Yeah. I mean, I feel like every single mock I've seen has Dallas Turner going to the Falcons. Like I kind of don't think they're gonna do anything risky or weird. Do you think so? I think
No.
Yeah.
I think for fantasy, like it's not going to be a positional player that unless you're in an IDP league, then you could draft. But
I think it's pretty chill there.
We'll see. We will see. We got that's said boo. I don't know what he's booing. Maybe just the Falcons in general. All right, Julia. This is gonna
show.
Julia is gonna put you in the lead here, 8-7.
Mm.
All right, Joey. You ready for your next poll?
I am. Oh, and Craig saying IDP matters. It really does. We're both in the Kings Classic IDP league. It definitely matters.
All right. Oh yeah, how are you doing in that league, Joey?
I almost made. Or Craig, did I make the playoffs? I was no. I was on the bubble. I did good. I did well
Just
enough.
missed it. Yeah. All right, Joey. Here is your poll. Poll number 2. Mm-hmm. For Jets fans, your dream scenario with the 10th pick is A, offensive tackle, best on the board, B, tight end, Bowers, or C, wide receiver, Neighbors or Odunze.
So this question is also very difficult because you're asking me to, 1, give credit to Jets fans, and 2, give credit to Twitter people, and that's really tough to do.
That's really hard.
Yeah. I think the correct answer is A, offensive tackle, best on the board. I think that's the best. You just watched your quarterback that you pretty much gave everything away for come in and get injured on the second play of the season. I do think A is going to win. There's a lot of mocks have Brock Bowers going to the Jets. So that gets about 30. I think the right answer is A. So I'm going to say 55% say offensive tackle at A.
55%? We're locking that in?
Those Neighbors and Odunze, if Neighbors makes it to the 10th pick, that is kind of a dream, because for him to fall there, I still think it's offensive tackle though. A 55%.
55. I say under.
Under.
Coming right at me of under. And the chat is really on Julia's side if these what those numbers are for.
This is why. Because I mean, like, Bowers is just like shiny and sparkly and like, what a big name, and like same with any of those wide receivers. And it's like, as much as they probably would need the best, offensive tackle there, like that's fine. We're drafting one of those guys. We want someone showy, someone, like
this is like the Bengals with Jamar Chase, a few years ago. And the Penei Sewell versus Jamar Chase pick. It's like, oh, are you gonna go fun? Or are you gonna go the right
answer is what Joey, but do we know Jets fans and or the franchise to always pick the right answer?
This is where I think this is a difficult question, because I'm having to give credit where credit might not be due.
It's the Jets fans.
You don't need to put the word "might" in there. That's sweet. Oh, man.
Guessing 15%. A bunch of guesses in the chat.
And on my path.
All right, Joey, you guessed 55% of people chose offensive tackle, the best offensive tackle on the board in this poll. Julia guessed the under. The actual percent people who chose offensive tackle was 29%.
Okay.
Wow.
29.
So if they
Samsonite.
29, hold on. So then did they pick what is that? Like 42% for Bowers?
Oh, yeah. So the breakdown was we had offensive tackle got 29%, Bowers got 14%, and then Neighbors or Odunze got 50, whatever left, 50 remaining percent.
Interesting.
I mean, if Neighbors fell to 10, that would, that's a dream. Yeah, I get that. Okay.
I guess that's kind of what we were talking about with the quarterbacks, right? Like, it's where you're getting them draft position, right? So if he's falling to 10, it's such a steal. Interesting.
So Julia, that's gonna further your lead because you correctly guessed the over under here, giving you 2 additional points, and Joey got nothing on that one.
Yeah, nothing. Big fat 0.
Big fat 0. 10-7.
So my parents would call me as a child, big fat 0. You're a big fat 0, Joey. Go to the corner. Okay.
That's traumatic.
Sorry. I was digging into some old memories.
We should revisit that one.
Are you an only child?
I was an only child until I was 13.
Okay.
And then some siblings came into the mix.
Which kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
I love saying that whenever somebody describes like any family dynamics. That makes sense.
That makes sense.
I get
You
this.
don't know if they're complimenting you or insulting you.
Yeah.
It's like asking someone what their sign is. You're like,
My parents never called me
Oh.
Jesus.
That's right.
I'm sorry, Matt. Never.
Jesus,
never called me
Joey. Jesus, Joey. Yes.
There's a band called Jesus. No, it's Jesus Jones. They sang a song in the 90s.
Joey
Oh
just
my
saw the J-O and was like, Joey?
Oh my God.
All right. Julia, are you ready
Okay.
for the final poll here? Your final poll?
Yes.
There will be an actual, like a final poll, but this is the final
Okay.
one that you get. I don't know. All right. Who would you select first in rookie drafts? Who would you select first in fantasy rookie drafts? A, Jonathan Brooks, if he goes to Dallas. B, Adonai Mitchell, if he goes to Buffalo. C, Ladd McConkey, if he goes to the Chiefs. Or D, Brian Thomas, if he goes to the Jags. What percentage of the public chose A, Jonathan Brooks, Dallas?
This is tough.
This is really hard. Oh my God, this is so hard because I mean the correct answer should be Ladd McConkey to the Chiefs, but that's a whole other thing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like Adonai Mitchell. That's just me. I'm gonna say it might be higher than we think. %37%.
37%. You locking that in?
Yeah, I think my rational people are gonna go. There's no running back in Dallas. He's gonna get all of the work. Adonai, yeah, that's 37%.
All right, locked in 37%. Joey was the actual percentage of people who chose A, Jonathan Brooks in this poll, over or under Julia's guess of 37%.
I think it's under. I think in actual redraft leagues, not startup dynasty, but just redraft, Jonathan Brooks will go before all of these guys. But in rookie drafts, and like if truly people are reading the poll the way that it's supposed to be read, we've all been kind of expecting Brian Thomas to go to the Jaguars, and he's been going far ahead Jonathan Brooks and Donnie Mitchell and Ladd McConkey. I think Brian Thomas, if people read the poll, would win this. I'm just going to say under on Jonathan Brooks. There's 4 people in the poll, 25 to each of them. Like this math tells me it's down. But
the only other reason that I picked that number is because people have this thing in rookie drafts where they go, "It's a running back. It's a running back. I need a running back." There's not many of them.
Yeah, and you're a big fan of Clerks.
And I'm a big fan of what?
Clerks.
Yeah.
To get that reference, I'm very sorry. I'll explain it to you later if you didn't.
All right, Joey locking in the under on Julia's guess of 37%. We got some guesses in the chat. We got 93% from Scampers, 21% from Uneasy Allies, 19% from Mauricio. We got a 36% from Josh, 30% from Andrea. What up, Andrea? We got 12% from Matt, 20% from Dame, and 33% from Ladarius. Oh, and Scampers changed his 90% guess for 44%.
Okay.
And then he yelled at me. I didn't read the poll, Joey. I get it.
Yelling.
All
right. Well, the actual percent of people who chose side A, Jonathan Brooks, going to Dallas in this poll, is who they'd select first in rookie drafts, was 31%.
Ooh, okay. All right.
Julia, you were 6 percentage points away, which is going to give you 3 points here.
Okay, I'll take it.
All right.
And
Okay.
Joey, you correctly guessed the over-under, giving you 2 additional points, bringing the score up 13-9.
Okay. I'm still within striking distance. This is good.
Joey, do you like Adonai Mitchell?
No. Only if he goes to Buffalo. There's too many question marks with him for me to like him just landing on a team. Like if the Giants take Mitchell, I don't even know how far I would push him down my rookie wide receiver rankings.
I'm just not interested there.
Okay. Yep.
Cool. Just wanted to make sure.
I like Ladd McConkey's name the most out of all these guys. It's the most fun to say.
Oh, for sure.
How many Scottish accents we're gonna hear?
Ladd McConkey.
Can I talk about Jonathan Brooks for a second?
Please.
I think he's a perfect fit for Tampa Bay. Julie got to talk about the Cardinals. If Dallas passes on him, which if you read the sports books, basically the over-under is Dallas going to take Jonathan Brooks?
Yeah, it's like
if he makes it past Dallas and goes to Tampa Bay, I think Jonathan Brooks does everything Rachaad White does and even better. Coming off the injury, it might take a season to happen, but I truly believe Baker Mayfield makes the opportunity for Rachaad White to be good on the field. He's a good pass catcher. He cannot run between the tackles like a true running back for a playoff contending team like the Buccaneers should be doing. So if Jonathan Brooks goes to the Buccaneers, I absolutely love it in the second round.
I think it's great for the Bucs and for Brooks because going there, they wouldn't feel the need to force him back immediately if he needed a little bit of time. I agree with you. I think it would be very good for football in general. I don't know what those Cowboys are going to do. Oh, those Cowboys.
Whatever the most flashy pick is. That's what they're
Dem
going to
do. Dem boys.
Dem boys. Oh, God, I love watching Jerry on draft night.
With his little, like, sketch pad and, like, doing his doodles and stuff.
He's so fun. He gives me like these vibes of like he shouldn't be there and he knows it. Like he doesn't belong and he knows it.
Yeah, like his mind slowly like thinking about something else, like ice cream or something.
Salt on his McMuffies. Josh said, damn, people will be hyped to have him in Dallas. It's not what I would do, but I just think people like him in Dallas. Kind of talking to your guys' point.
Yeah.
All right. I update the score, I think. 13-9. Joey, ready for your final poll?
Oh, I'm ready for the Pinim Ultimates.
Okay.
The Penaponics. All right, Joey. Which quarterback do you want the Patriots to land in the 2024 NFL Draft? J.J. McCarthy, Drake May, Michael Penix Jr., or other? What percentage of the public chose A, J.J. McCarthy?
I think that's going to win, but if I got to pick, I would want Spencer Rattler on the Patriots because that would have meant they used their first probably 3-round picks on some good players to support him. But that's not what this poll is.
Do you
I think J.J. McCarthy won.
The people will have like the rattles and just be like, yeah.
I think that whatever team he goes to needs to jump on that right away as soon as he gets picked by them.
That's a great
Spencer
idea.
I'll talk about it after you answer the question, but I kind of want to talk about Spencer Rattler a little bit. JJ McCarthy, but Drake May is right there too. So actually, I think McCarthy's going to lose this. Drake May will win. 10-10. 33% JJ McCarthy. Wait, 30, even lower. No. I'll do 27%. Oh, and Josh just popped in there with 27. Like as I said it, you can check the timestamp, everybody.
Yeah. 27% locked in. Julie, you think the actual percentage of people who chose JJ McCarthy, side A in this poll, was over or under Joey's guess of? I wrote it all weird now because you made me write it weird.
I'm sorry.
27%.
It's a good line. That's a good line. Caleb Williams.
Scampers. They're so funny.
I'm going to go under, but it's very close. I mean, very close. Yeah.
Try Queen Bee.
I can't. That's like so specific.
Let's go for the glory.
So specific.
I like to play it a little more safe. I'm not a risk taker.
All right, so you're locking in the under, Julia?
Yes, sir.
All right. We got 27% guess and an under. Just making sure I have the right eyes there. We got some guesses in the chat. We got 36% from Josh, 17% from Dame. Actually, Josh changed his to 27, which we already discussed. We got Andrea with 20%, Ladarius with 22%, Matt with 23%, and Scampers with a funny joke.
JL, A+ on that delivery, by the way. Congratulations. I like that delivery.
Thank you. Which quarterback do you want the Patriots to land in the 2024 NFL Draft? Joey, you guessed 27%.
I did.
Want to see J.J. McCarthy. Julia, you guessed the under. The actual percentage was 9%.
Oh, I missed it.
Yeah, big old whiff. Julia, it's going to give you 2 additional points. And bringing this game very, very difficult for Joey to win.
There's only one way to win.
What's the one way?
He's got to get it
exactly right. Has it been done before by this person? Yes. Is it going to happen again? Probably not.
Well, because all I need to do is pick a number that you wouldn't pick as exactly right, right?
So the last, we're going to go into our final poll here, which is going to work a little differently than the previous polls. So the final poll, I'm going to propose the poll or show you guys the poll just like the other ones, and then each contestant is going to write down their percentage guess for that poll, and whoever is closest is going to get 5 points. If you get it exactly right, you're going to get 10 points. If you guess the same answer as your opponent, then you will share the fate, either points or no points.
Okay.
So all you have to do is you're going to write down your percentage guess on side A of a poll. Yeah. It'll work similarly to the other one. All right. You ready?
Yeah.
You got something to write down, Joey, too?
Yeah, I'm pulling up the calculator app, which we learned from one of our chat members last week is the best way to put a big number.
I'll do that. Okay, that's a good idea. I'll do that too.
Instead of the notepad, which we've all been using.
Which is very tiny text. Yeah.
Okay, there we go. We're ready.
All right. Your final poll is, do you believe Caleb Williams is a bust? Yes or no? What percentage of the public chose yes? They do believe Caleb Williams is a bust.
Oh, I gotta get this exactly right.
You might get this right.
Julia, once again, I have done it before. So is it unprecedented? No, it's not.
What if we both get it right? What if we pick the same answer and both get it right?
Well, then that is the perfect play by you because there's absolutely no way you could lose the game at that point.
What percentage of people think Caleb Williams is a bust?
I have my answer.
You have it, you know?
Yeah, I know.
We could probably see it if you zoom in close enough.
Not with these eyes.
Oh, yeah, you definitely see it. I definitely just saw it.
Do you believe Caleb is a bust? I'm going. Oh, okay. Okay, I have my answer.
You have your answer?
Yeah, and now I'm really nervous about it. Okay, I have my answer.
Okay, go ahead and reveal.
Oh, shit, hold on.
28% from Joey.
Okay.
And 11% from Julia.
I'm really nervous.
All right, do you believe Caleb Williams is a bust? We got some guesses in the chat. 27% from Josh.
46%?
13% from Dame. 37% from Ladarius, 22 from Scampers, 33 from Uneasy Allies, and 46% from Matt. Oh, and Geek could hear the late guess at 38%.
Okay,
So,
before you reveal, do we think Caleb Williams is a bust? No. Okay.
Is he going to be the greatest quarterback of all time? I mean, I don't think so. But is he going to be worthy of a number 1 overall pick? Yep, I think he will.
Also, with what that team is setting him up with? Yeah. Okay.
All right. Do you believe Caleb Williams is a bust? Joey guessed 28% of people chose yes. Julia guessed 11% of people chose yes. The correct answer is 29%.
Oh, oh my God.
29%.
Oh my God.
He almost did it. He almost did it.
Can you do that thing where you tell me it was 28.67?
It was 100% on the line. It was a rounding one.
Was it?
Yeah, so Joe, you got as close as you possibly could.
Oh my God. Also,
we round up.
A third of the people think that he's a bust. That's a lot of people.
A lot of people hate the Bears right now. They have 2 first-round picks for 2 top 10 picks.
I mean, there are many layers to this game. There are a lot of layers to this game.
Oh, yeah.
Joey.
Oh, so close. Joe, you were the closest, so you are going to get 5 points here, but unfortunately it won't be enough.
I made it respectful. Okay.
You made it respectable, but Julia, you win. You're going to win this one. You're going to take this victory home 15-14. Well done.
Good job, Julia.
Thank you. That was a tough one.
That was really tough.
Wow.
I think it was like this question where Julia was like, "Oh man, I made a mistake coming on this show."
This is hard.
Yeah.
Hard.
It's fun though.
Okay, so then JL, is this just off Twitter that you guys come up with? Okay.
Yeah, well, they're not always from Twitter. Sometimes we'll source them from Reddit or some other sources, but mostly Twitter, I'd say.
That's hard.
Sometimes JL just opens his door and says, "Hey, everybody."
Hey.
Yeah.
They're like, "Shut up."
That Mitchell guy.
And then I have to explain every NFL player to whoever answers me outside.
Oh.
It's like that scene in the Will Ferrell movie. JL's like, "Hey, everybody!" They're like, "Cut the shit!" Every time he yells out the door.
Oh my god!
But Julia, thank you so much for joining us on the game show today. It was a ton of fun, and you going home with a dub.
Yay!
If you aren't following Julia already, make sure you do. Julia Papworth right there under her face. Definitely worth a follow. Absolutely worth a follow. If you like fantasy, like NFL, if you aren't already following her, then just fix it. You just fix
if you
it
like
right now.
handstand walk. There's a lot of handstand walking content.
CrossFit.
Lots of CrossFit content. We're heavy into the CrossFit content right now. So
can I say something nice about Julia after she just beat me to the ground? Because everyone that watches the show knows how much I love movies and film. She's done it a couple times. She calls me from the film set and FaceTimes me and walks through like the lots. And I think it's the sweetest thing.
Cool.
So I can see like the Paramount. Cool. Is it the Paramount lot, right?
It's Paramount, yeah.
It's like the coolest thing.
So cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Julia, one of our favorites here at FYF. Thank you so much for joining us. We're definitely going to have you back when Simon stops being a little baby.
Get better, Simon.
That didn't look good.
Somewhere there's a screenshot of Joey and I.
No one screenshot the last 3 minutes of this show, please. It's off the rails.
That's going to do it for our show today. If you like this, come on back. We're here every Thursday, 3 p.m. Until then, enjoy the NFL draft, and I hope the Ravens pick somebody good, or else I'm going to scream cry. Bye-bye.
Yeah, let's go, Marv. Bye.
Go Marv. Countdowns here.